Hello, this is our project on sea level rise by Chuanwei and Angeline Jiang. We're going to be talking about what it is, what causes it, what it affects, as well as give some solutions for ways to stop it or at least slow it. So the sea level rise is quite self-explanatory. It's the rise of sea surface levels due to global climate change. So the IPCC predicts that the sea level will rise between 0.5 and 1.2 meters within the next 80 years, but the actual amount of rise that occurs is dependent upon our greenhouse gas emission scenario and what actions we take to reduce them, whether we choose to do that or not. And some main causes, one, water expands. So water expands as it warms and it becomes less dense, so then it takes up more space. By the year 2100, water expanding will account for 0.1 to 0.4 meters of the sea level rise, a small amount. And number two, a bigger cause is the melting of continental ice, which will account for the additional 0.5 meters of global sea level rise in the IPCC prediction. So this only includes mountain glaciers and ice caps. But additionally, there is the Greenland ice sheet and the West Antarctic ice sheet. If global climate change increases in these areas, they are expected to melt and contribute from 5 to 7 meters and 5 meters of sea level rise each. This melt, such as the ones from the mountain glaciers and the ice caps, may become irreversible if no action is done to slow the warming. Next are effects. There's going to be global and human loss. Coastal cities and low-lying countries will be submerged. For example, most of New York City would be submerged as a guarantee from only the Greenland ice sheet melting. This is not only a home to hundreds of thousands of people, but also a community that contributes a lot to our economy. For reference, just 1 meter of sea level rise will result in over 3,000 kilometers of land loss, but also almost 2,000 billions in global GDP loss. Other countries such as Belgium or the Netherlands would be submerged, erasing human infrastructure, history, culture, as well as displacing a large population. And number two, ecosystem loss. So sea level rise in conjunction with larger wave heights, extreme weather events, and increased flooding can also result in ecosystem loss. We risk losing biodiversity and causing mass extinction if the rate of sea level rise exceeds the rate of natural migration capacities of plant and animal species. And although sea level rise is caused by global climate change, it can also interact with other products of climate change and cause even more damage. Next, Chuanwei will explain some actions or solutions to counteracting sea level rise.
Hey guys, this is Chuanwei, and now I'm going to talk about how to counteract or slow the sea level rising problem. The first thing we can do is and the most fundamental solution is we can solve the problem of global warming. And to do that the first thing we can do is to reduce the emission of the greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide. And the second thing we can do is to plant more trees and keep the ecological environment in the forest area in a good condition. And the second thing we can do is to build up dikes and dams along the coastline. To do that, we can prevent the coast area from being destroyed by the flood and water. And the third thing we can do is to improve the usage of seawater. And the first thing we can improve that is use the seawater to irrigate the plants which have salt tolerance, so that we can save more water. And the second thing is to make the seawater usable for urban city supplies, such as daily drinking water after the purification of the seawater. And the fourth thing to do is the population migration. And to do that, we can make people who live in the coast area move to the middle of the country. And to do that, even though I know it's very hard, but it will be better than just let those people become homeless. And the last thing and the most important thing is to protect the environment and the earth. The last thing we need to do right now is to deal more damages to our planet. So let's start to save our planet from now on. And that is the end of our project. Thank you very much.